Why do people go to psychics?
So I think one of the main things is that we see an uptick in people going to psychics and mediums during times of grief, especially. Also great tragedy.
If someone claims to be a medium or a psychic, is there for you certain things that are, yes, this person is genuine and honest and authentic? And alternatively, are there some red flags that would just fly in the wind for you?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think that there are people who are maybe perhaps more sensitive to things than others. There's definitely lots of people I've met who do not advertise at all that they are, say, sensitive. They don't make money off of it, they've not made a career out of it, and it's probably something they're even a little bit shy about or embarrassed about because they don't want to be branded crazy. And then there's right the way down the scale to people who are blatantly, scamming people, trying to make money. And I think the worst thing is that they generally create repeat customers because they feed them enough information to get them hooked, and then these people keep coming back for all of their life advice.
So when you provide to people a scientific explanation for what they have experienced, do people tend to accept the scientific explanation, or do they continue to believe the paranormal one?
I think it depends, because for some people, paranormal experiences are terrifying. They're really traumatic. And for some people, they're comforting. And I think if you are comforted by your experience, like if you are grieving and you believe, the deceased person made contact with you, you're not going to be interested at all in any scientific explanation because it's comforting. I think for me, science is limited. We are only at a certain point, and I tend to err more on the side of believer than hardcore skeptic, because I think that there's only a set amount of stuff that we can explain away.
Do you believe in life after death?
I don't think I really believe in concepts like heaven and hell and things like that. I think they're symbolic. But do I believe that consciousness can potentially linger on after death because we know that energy doesn't decay in the universe? Then potentially, yes.
That's really brave of you, I think. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, but for me, it's not our ghost reel, it's war ghosts. I think for us, we're trying to understand where consciousness even comes from. In Chalmers' hard problem of consciousness, for years we believed it was localized into a bit of the brain. And now we believe that actually it might be smaller than that. A really good example is if you look at caterpillars. If you were to put caterpillars through, say, a maze or a set of skills that they had to learn so that they had to hold information, when they go into their cocoon, they completely liquefy, and I mean completely, to goo bordering on water, and then they rebuild themselves and they re-emerge. When they re-emerge as butterflies and you put them in the same conditions, they remember, which means that if you can break someone down to individual molecules and then reassemble them and they still have the same components, that must mean that consciousness is not localized in a large section of the brain. It must be much smaller than we think it is.